Thanks for joining me today. This is Kathi from Kathi's Creations, and I'm here to share with you a project from Gina's Designs. And this is called the wooden hanging stand with pages. And the pages that I chose, there are two different shapes that you can choose from, and what I chose was the Baroque. I really like that shape. And what I did is I used two different the same paper in just alternating colors, black and ivory, and then ivory and black. So every single picture, or every single month, has two elements that are consistent with every month, and that is the wooden frame that I got here from Michael's, and then the other thing is the calendar, the mat that I made. I made that with a Spellbinders photo mat. And so each page is decorated a little bit differently. January is black with an ivory month frame, and that's how I alternated it. And then I added these flowers. These are from Joanne, from Little Scrap of Heaven. They're a porcelain flower. I added some kind of ivory flat bling. I believe they're Recollections. And then I also have a bling butterfly here at the top. And I guess the third thing that's consistent is that there is a romantic or love photo in every frame of every month. And I had a little bit of a struggle getting this so it would flip over, and the reason being is that I put too many embellishments on the pages to make it go over comfortably. So what I did was, instead of having two rings to hold the calendar, I have one, and I put it closer to the top, and it flips over very easily. So then the next month is, I have February. What is different is the photo as well as the embellishments. So this has a large rose, another porcelain flower, and a cross, and a stick pin over here. I think very pretty, very elegant. It also has some Wild Orchid Crafts spray, pearl sprays. I really like them. So that's February, really very basic. And then March, we can have, this time I added an intricate doily, and then this is some Recollection pearl bling. I have a flower, I believe it was from Prima, and this is a Wild Orchid Crafts pearl spray. I really like the romantic photos. This one isn't as my favorite as some of them, but it's nice to have a change. Okay, and then April, I have a little bird in a nest with some eggs, some roses, and some acrylic spray. And I got those in a swap, so I'm not sure where they're from. Then there is this photo in the black frame. I used black frames on all the ivory and black dotted paper. And then I put three little flowers cluster with another Wild Orchid Crafts pearl spray. In May, I have some Wild Orchid Crafts two-tone peach rose, then some red roses, and a red frame. I used a cardstock doily under the calendar and roses. Up here at the top I have a Recollection flat decorative bling and a rose. And then June, and every month I have on here, the pages have been distressed. Oh. Wow, that's what I try to do things with one hand. They get caught. Okay, now with me, I have some black Viennese lace. This is just a scrap of what I had left. And then I have some red roses and some organza roses as well. I have some black bling, and then the calendar has been distressed with a vintage photo. The sides around the Baroque die has been distressed with black soot, and each one of them has had that. And then behind this black frame I have a small intricate doily. Those are I think one of my favorites from Gina's store is the intricate doilies. I can put them on everything, I think. And now we're back to January. Then I just flip over the stand and we start again with July. And this is Prima Flowers Recollection Bling. This is a Tim Holtz bauble with chain. Real basic. August, I have a really pretty picture in the frame. White roses, intricate doily behind the month, and some Recollection bling. September, I have a row of flowers coming off of the frame down to the bottom. Now this trim here is from Craft Supply 1, which we're doing a cross promotional with them this month. That's the only place I have this trim, so I'm not putting that this is a big project for Craft Supply 1. But I do love their trim, and it was perfect on this paper. And September, we have then October. I love Victorian, so this was a perfect shape and paper, and just the theme was just, I really just think it's very delicate. October, we have some really small doilies. They're like a sticker doily, but they are made of cloth, and they're from, I'm not sure if they're from Jolie's or not, but they're from a sticker company. Had them in my stash. I put a white rose on the top one. I used a red frame, another pearl spray, and 3 of the two-toned roses. November, I have a black frame. This time I put the frame horizontal instead of vertical. I put 3 roses. And on the intricate cardstock doily, I actually painted it with Distress ink. Really had fun coloring that. Then I just added black bling from Recollection. Really very simple. And then December, our last month, I have a really sparkly bling, as well as some pearl bling. And then I added an intricate doily to the bottom of the rose spray. And that is the basic of my calendar. Now, what I did with the frame, because it comes just as an unpainted project, what I did was I went ahead and I painted the frame all black. And then on the very base of the stand, I went ahead and added the paper, put 3 intricate doilies, and then put the stand together. And then on one side only, I added a Prima sprig of flowers along with some two-toned Wild Orchid Craft roses. And that's very delicate, very simple. And I'm just going to keep this on my desk. And each year, I'm not going to do a lot to the calendar. I'm just going to be changing out the months. So, anyway, I want to thank you for stopping by. Make sure you stop by Gina's Designs this month. She has come out with several new products.